Hello everyone and welcome back to Coach Craig's Sports. Today is Wednesday, August 17th, and this is the MLB DFS video for today. So in today's video, not going to be a recap since it's been a little while since I made a video. I was gone over the weekend, catching back up on some other life stuff yesterday, and now we're back at MLB DFS, so we're going to be going straight back at it every single day until about the middle of September. Got another trip planned then, but other than that, pretty much going to be every single day. But with that being said, we're going to jump right into the core picks for today. So I'm going to start off at the pitcher position with Max Scherzer at $11,500. Goes against the Atlanta Braves today. The Atlanta Braves are a pretty good team. They got a pretty good offense, but Max Scherzer's had two very, very excellent starts for them this year. Some pretty good history as well, so definitely not afraid to pay up for him on today's slate. He's averaging 45 fantasy points per game on the season. Definitely has a chance of that or more today. Then at first base, we're going to go with Paul Goldschmidt, $4,700. A very expensive player once again today, averaging over 14 fantasy points per game on the season. Goes against the Colorado Rockies and German Marquez today. He's got very good history versus him. He is 15 for 37 with 4 home runs versus Marquez in his career. So a lot of upside there, and it's Paul Goldschmidt, and he's been hitting pretty well once again. Then we move down to second base with Marcus Semien. Going against the Oakland A's and Adam Oller today. He's 0 for 2 versus Oller in his career. Not much history there. Can't take too much into that. But the big thing here today is Marcus Semien's only $2,400 on FanDuel. I'm not sure how or why this misprice happened, but $2,400 for a guy that's averaging over 10.5 fantasy points per game on the season, that's something you have to take advantage of today. He should not be this cheap, and it's not even like he's been hitting that poorly as of late either. So you definitely want to take advantage of that misprice, especially with the two pay-up options that we already do have. A good cheap value and a pretty good hitter, Marcus Semien today. Definitely going to be something that we want to exploit. And then we move down to the outfield. We got AJ Pollock at $2,600. He's averaging just under 7.5 fantasy points per game on the season. Goes against the Houston Astros and Framber Valdez today. He's 3 for 7 with 1 home run versus Valdez in his career. So some pretty good upside there. He also has multi-hit games in 3 out of his last 4 games. So kind of on the right direction. Should be a pretty decent game for him overall. Potentially projected to bat leadoff. Could give him an extra at bat as well. Then last but not least, we have Dylan Carlson at $2,800, averaging just under 8.5 fantasy points per game on the season. Kind of been an up and down year for him. Been a little bit better as of late, though. So Dylan Carlson, he's 2 for 4 versus German Marquez, who's the starting pitcher for the Colorado Rockies today. Offers a decent amount of upside today at $2,800. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players that I do have listed here, you'll have exactly $11,000 remaining. Typically less than I like to give you guys in general. Just over $2,700 per player remaining. Definitely going to have to find some values on today's slate overall, but there's some pretty good ones out there. Yandy Diaz is another guy that I'd be looking at $2,600. Definitely be sure to check out the cheat sheet, especially in that value column, because there's a lot of good plays there today. There's a lot of rookies that just recently got called up too that have pretty reasonable price tags at this point in time as well. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to my cheat sheet over at WeBetATS.com and talk about my top GPP stacks for today. So the stacks that I do have for today are going to be the Los Angeles Dodgers going against Eric Lauer of the Milwaukee Brewers. Lauer's kind of had a strange year. He was really good at the beginning of the year, then kind of fell off, and then kind of hit or miss since then. This Dodgers lineup is pretty potent, and they do have pretty good history versus Eric Lauer in the past. Then we have the Cardinals, who are part of the core picks for today, going against German Marquez. Quite a few of these Cardinals have hit him pretty well in the past, although the most recent start he had against the Cardinals was a fairly reasonable quality start, but could be some potential for the Cardinals once again today. Then we have the New York Mets going against Jake Odorizzi of the Braves. These Mets hitters have hit him pretty well in the past. He had a very poor start versus them a couple starts ago, so definitely interested in the Mets once again today. And then last but not least, we have the Cleveland Guardians going against Derek Norris of the Detroit Tigers. Guy that really hasn't made too many starts in the recent seasons. Looks like he did make one last time out. About 4 1/3 innings there. I don't expect him to go much further than that. And some of these Guardians hitters have hit him pretty well in the past. But with that being said, these are my core 5 picks as well as top GPP stacks for today, August 17th. As always, if you have any questions related to MLB DFS, be sure to leave them down in the comments below and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Also, be sure to let me know your favorite play on today's slate, whether it's someone from my core 5 picks, whether it's someone from my top GPP stacks, or whether it's a completely different player you guys think I missed. Definitely interested in hearing what you have to say. But with that being said, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. Helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers. Helping you with your DFS, mainly MLB DFS at this point in time. But once we get around to the NFL and NBA regular seasons, I'll be covering those 2 sports as well. And then with that being said, if you are a new or current subscriber who's yet to do so, also be sure to hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. Like I've been saying, I post up daily MLB DFS videos. Know there's been a couple short breaks there recently, but there is no more breaks until we get to about the second week of September. Then I'm going to be gone for a week, but every other day besides that, be having MLB DFS content coming out. And then once we get to the NFL regular season, we'll be having some NFL DFS content coming out as well. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.